there's a good looking tractor. Seems out of place here. Number one, it's too big for us to use on our farm. Number two, it's too darn pretty. It is a good looking tractor. We'll get up in the cab. There we go. Just as nice in the cab as it is on the outside. Hey, it's a little warmer in here than it is outside. It's a good looking tractor, isn't it? Whew. I guess this is Christmas Eve. Somebody was saying it was getting close to Christmas anyhow. I believe it is Christmas Eve. Been kind of, I don't know, not discouraged, but just feeling kind of at a loss as to if I should keep doing these little tractor church things or not. I mean, I don't do them for people that already believe, because if you already believe, you're watching this tractor church stuff is going to be a little weak for you. I'm doing these for people that may not be believers, but do like tractors and tractor pulling and country stuff, and kind of discouraging. I don't know how in the world I could plant any seeds, so to speak, or get anybody thinking that they need the Lord. Trouble is, in the United States, we have a can-do attitude, and which is a good thing, but there's one thing you can't do on your own. You can do a lot of things on your own. You can be self-made man, so to speak, or whatever, but there's something you cannot do on your own. You cannot be good enough to earn your way into heaven. And I keep trying to just get guys to realize that, and it's tough to do. They either don't want to hear it to keep putting it out of their mind. I figure they'll do it someday, get themselves right with God. I don't know, but you can't be good enough. I mean, you cannot buy your way into heaven. You can't get to heaven through good works. I mean, we're going to celebrate Christmas. I don't think he was really born on this date. I don't know what date he was born, but it's the date that was chosen to celebrate his birth. So it's a subject for another time. But the reason Jesus was born in the first place was to ensure that you had a way to get to heaven. I mean, he's God's only son. He was actually fully God and fully man in the flesh. And lived 33 and a half years, sinless life. And then he let the religious leaders of his day kill him. And he accepted, because he hadn't sinned, he didn't deserve death in hell, but he freely sacrificed himself on the cross. It was a painful thing. And before they even nailed him down to them chunks of wood, they beat the tar out of him. They grabbed a hold of parts of his beard and just ripped it right off his face, and they whipped him with the cat o' nine tails whip, which cut you open. They whipped his back with that, and he bled so much he was so weak he had to have help carrying his cross. I mean, he didn't have to do that. He's the God of the universe. He didn't have to do all that, but he didn't want you to go to hell. And everybody's hidden there. Everybody would be if we try to get there of our own volition. We try to get there with our own merit. We try to earn our way there, try to be good enough to get there. You can't do it. I mean, the first time you sin, no matter when that was in your life, first time you sin, that's it. It only takes one, and you're already deserving of punishment. That's God's standard. It's pretty high, and he knew nobody could reach that. So he freely sacrificed himself. He let himself suffer that pain and shed his blood on that cross, so you could have the opportunity to spend eternity with him instead of roasting in hell. And that's what Christmas is about. It ain't about a little baby in a manger. I mean, yes, it happened, but I mean, that's just the beginning of the story. The end of the story is the more important part. The bloody cross, the empty tomb. After he died, he went to hell and kicked Satan's butt, stole the keys of death and hell, and led a bunch of good folks who had worshiped God and before he came to earth out of their part of hell and took them up to heaven. He preached to people in hell. A lot of people don't realize that. He preached to the dead souls in hell. He preached a salvation message that he's accepting their punishment, and all they got to do is accept it. That's all you have to do is accept that Jesus received the punishment for your sins. He's already paid the fine. All you got to do is accept it. So why don't you do it? But most of you won't. Most of you will say, well, maybe not now, someday. And you'll put it off one day too long, and someday you'll be standing in front of man. And you say, I don't know you. Go to hell. And you'll go. And you ain't got nobody to blame but yourself. But anyhow, what a great Christmas message, ain't it? Anyhow, just kind of frustrated that I want some guys like me in heaven. I know there's going to be some, but I want some more. So, trying to shake you up a little bit. I want some good old country boys and tractor enthusiasts and stuff to be there. So, if I can get some more of you saved, there'll be more of us to hang out together up there. So, all right. Hope you all have a good holiday and Christmas, New Year, and all that. And I'll catch you next time. See you.